And we're back, guys. Welcome to Tennis After Dark, and we're at the Upper Linz in Austria. Now, this is a very historic tournament. We saw Coco win this tournament at 15 years old, being the youngest to win a main tour title since 2014. Yes, Coco Gauff, but she's not here, guys. And several ladies are not here any longer. How about Alexandrova? That's right, the number 2 seed eliminated. Bernarda Pera from the USA, she's out. We saw Diaz lose to Zachary today. Blinkova was injured. I'm not sure why she even bothered to play. But for the top ladies that are left, we have Zachary, the top seed, Big U from Romania, Kalinina, she's going to be taking on Alicia Park. Stay tuned for that. Dana Vekic, Petra Martic, Potpova. But let's get right into it, guys. The first matchup of the day, Madison Bringle taking on Julia Grabher. Now, Julia, listen, guys, she's ranked 90th on tour, and Bringle's ranked 82nd on tour. Now, these two have never played before. Of course, Madison Bringle's the older of the two by 6 years. Madison Bringle's got over 550 wins on her career. She's about a 500 player, though. For every win she wins, she will trade losses. Grabher, again, she's a little higher over 500 for her career. Wins about 55% of her matches. She's 1-4 in the season. She's had a rough season, but hey, Bringle's 0-4. Bringle's coming off of a 38-win season, while Grabher's coming off of a 56-win season. Grabher's on a 4-match losing streak, but it's even worse for Bringle. She's lost 5 in a row, and look, Bringle's lost to Sui Zhang, Claire Liu, Bernarda Pera, Lin Zhu, Sophia Kenin, all pretty decent competition. But what's concerning is Bringle's only won 1 set out of her 5 straight losses. That's not good. Now, Grabher's lost to Alicia Parks, Kontaveit, Yvonne Fernandez, all tough competition, but she's also only won 1 set out of those matches. So both of these ladies are struggling. Grabher, listen, guys, she's pretty athletic. She's a good shot maker. Bringle wants to get to her backhand. Her backhand's very, very powerful. The thing with Grabher is she did make the Australian Open, where she was bounced out in the first round by Annette Kontaveit. And we've seen the same every time she steps up in competition, especially on hard. She's losing in straight sets, and she's losing very easily. The reality here is she's primarily a clay player, and this is a match that Madison Bringle just has to win. She has to. Every time Julie stepped up in competition, she hasn't done well. Madison has to win this match. Although she's struggling, she's the far superior hard tennis player, especially indoor. And we're going to take Madison Bringle to win this match with her backhand. It might be close, it might be messy, but Madison should have just enough to get by Julia Grabher. Kunamatova. Now, this is a matchup where Elise Mertens has dominated Kunamatova, to be honest with you. And Elise Mertens, I say it all the time, she's a lock to get out of any Grand Slam into at least a round of 32. She'll be facing favorable competition, so she's someone you definitely want to back in the slams for the first couple rounds. But as she runs into stronger opponents, that's where she normally struggles. Now, I've been fading Elise Mertens for a very long time now with success. But she owns a head-to-head in this matchup. And the reality is Kunamatova should not be the favorite. Kunamatova, what's going on? She's won, 6 of her last 10, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Her last loss to Katie Volynets is not a good loss. That's a horrible loss. And it's a match she probably should have won. If Katie Volynets beats Kunamatova, Elise Mertens can definitely beat Kunamatova. But before that, she did beat Zanevska, who's a good quality opponent. She needed a tiebreak, though, and we saw Zanevska take out Elise Mertens at Hobart. Here's the thing with these two ladies. Elise Mertens, they've played 5 times. Elise has won 4 of them. Elise on the year is 4-3. Wins on the year, she's got, starting with, she lost to Zanevska in Hobart, but she came back. She beat Muguruza. She beat Lauren Davis, which I gave you that pick. She lost to Sabalenka too strong, and she did beat Martina Trevisan here in the first round. Martina Trevisan is not Kunamatova, that's for one, even though Mertens has dominated Kunamatova. I think last year on clay and the previous matchup, Istanbul on clay, both of those surfaces are not Kunimatova's best. She's from Russia. She is primarily a hard player. I mean, more than half of her wins come on hard. I think Kunamatova is a much better server. I don't think she's the same person she was in the previous losses to Mertens. I think that not only is she the much better server, Elise Mertens is struggling to even get the ball in play, making a ton of double faults. I mean, she's literally averaging a service game in double faults. That's not good. So the score already is 1-0 Kunamatova. I think now Kunamatova is a lot more fit and athletic than their previous matches. I think she's a better shot maker. Now they are good friends, so I could definitely see this matchup being a little friendly at first. So I take the first set to go over 8.5 games to start things off. But I do think, and I can see Kunamatova winning the first set, and I can see her winning the match. But I do think it's going to be a close competitive match. Both of these ladies are friends. They're actually very good friends. They're doubles champions at the WTA finals last year in Texas. And I do think Kunamatova can finally get revenge and get on the positive side here. And I just think Kunamatova is a lot stronger and a lot better, and definitely on hard. So I like Kunamatova to win the first set on the money line. That's the pick there. And who's next? All right, who's next? Next up from the Federation, we have Vivara taking on Sakari. Now, these two ladies I've never played before. Vivara, look, she's from the Federation. She's pretty technical, but I've been saying for a while now, she makes a lot of double faults. Much like Elise Mertens, the previous match, Vivara makes a ton. I mean, I've seen matches where she's made, 8 double faults. That's a lot. You give Sakari 2 free service games, this match is over. But stylistically, it's one of those matches where Vivara's her best shots are backhand, right? Her two-handed backhand. She loves that. So she needs equilibrium. She needs to plant those feet, put power in it, and really swing it to gain court control and get ahead of these rallies. Sakari, she says her best shot and favorite shot is her serve. I don't think so. I think it's her forehand. And this is going to be a matchup of backhand versus forehand. And I think Sakari's forehand is just too strong. I think it can just control these rallies and force Gracheva all over the court to where she can't set up and plant that two-handed backhand, which means she's going to be overpowered. So I like Sakari on the money line to get the victory here. Those are the picks, guys. Stay tuned for another video. And guys, look, if you like the content, please hit the super thanks, show some love. I can continue to do these draws like I did last year. I did every draw all the time. But nonetheless, a double-digit win streak. Haven't had a loss in double-digit picks. Over the last 20, only one loss. The last pick, we did give a push, but hey, a push is a push. It's not a loss. So stay tuned, guys. More picks coming. Show love, and I'll be right back.